Hi everyone, in this video we are going to discuss about how to find the equation of a straight line which is parallel to a given straight line. So suppose we have a straight line A whose equation has been provided, which is ax plus by plus c equals 0, and then we have to find the equation of another straight line. Let's suppose the straight line is B as in the diagram, and we have to find its equation, and it is parallel to the given line A. So what is A's equation? Well, A's equation is ax plus by plus c equals 0. And if you think about it, how many parallel lines can we draw which are all parallel to the line A? Well, we can essentially draw infinite number of lines, even though we will never be able to draw so many lines practically. But theoretically, we can draw infinite number of lines which are parallel to the line A. But no matter which line we consider, one similarity between the two lines would be that their slopes would be equal. If you think about it, the slope of two parallel lines are equal, right? So in this case, what is the slope of the given line A? Well, let's try to convert this into y equals mx plus c form. So from here, can we write it like this? We can say b times y is equal to negative a times x and minus c. And from here, if we divide both sides by b, then we get y equals negative a over b times x and minus c over b. So what is the slope here? Well, here the slope is actually negative a over b. That's the slope. And negative c over b, that's the y-intercept. But we are interested about the slope. So if we know the slope of the given line A, which is actually negative a over b, then our new line which is parallel to A, which is the line B's slope would also be negative a over b. So let me make a quick note. So here I say line B's slope is also equal to negative a over b. Well, if that is the case, then let's assume that line B's equation is something like this. Let's say we can say y equals mx plus b or whatever, or d. Let me write a d over here. Now this is the slope intercept form of any straight line, and I'm assuming that the equation of the new line B, its equation is y equals mx plus d. Now what is m? Well, m is the slope that we just calculated. A's slope and b's slope will be equal because b is parallel to the given line A. So here if we substitute the value of m, that would be negative a over b times x plus d, and if we multiply both sides by a b, then what do we get? Well, from here we can say b times y, we are multiplying both sides of the equation by a b, that would be equal to negative a times x and plus b times d. And from here, if we bring everything to the left hand side, then we get b times y plus a times x minus b times d is equal to 0. And if we reorganize a little bit, we can say a times x plus b times y minus b times d is equal to 0. And from here, if we substitute negative b times d with another variable, let's say I'm going to write it as a times x plus b times y plus, let's say, lambda, right? I'm just taking another variable which is a constant. Of course, there is no x or y, it's just a constant. So I'm assuming that the negative bd is equal to lambda, right? So then we can say this is equal to 0, and this is the equation of our new straight line which is parallel to the given line A. Now what is A's equation then? Well, let me say A's equation is actually ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. And now we also found B's equation, which looks kind of like this. It is ax plus by plus lambda is equal to 0. Now if you take a closer look, you will see that the x and the y terms are actually same. If you look at it right here, it is ax plus by. Here also it is ax plus by. It's only the constant term which is different. So anytime you have to come up with the equation of a straight line which is parallel to another given line, you can easily come up with the equation like this: ax plus by plus lambda. You do not want to use the c, you want to use another variable lambda, and that will give you all the possible lines which are parallel to the given line. And as we said that we can draw infinite number of parallel lines to the given line A. So if we have to find out the equation of a specific line which is parallel to A, then we need some more condition or some more information through which we can find the value of lambda, and then we can use that in place of lambda. Let's suppose we have also been told that the line B passes through the point alpha comma beta, right? let's say that B also passes through alpha comma beta. In that case, alpha comma beta would satisfy the equation of B. Well, then if we use alpha in place of X and beta in place of Y, then what we get? Well, we can say that it would be A times alpha plus B times beta plus lambda is equal to 0, and from here we can say, well, then lambda must be equal to negative A times alpha and minus B times beta, and that is the value that we can use in place of lambda. So here, if we are given this condition that hey, the straight line also passes through alpha and beta, then we can say, well, then the equation is definitely going to be something like this. It would be ax plus by then plus negative A times alpha and negative B times beta equal to 0. But there could be different types of information provided, right? This is just one such example, that if you are given another condition through which you can find the value of lambda, then we can finally come up with the specific equation of the new straight line B. Like in this case, this is the equation of the new straight line B, which is parallel to the straight line A and also passes through the point alpha comma beta. Now let's take an example. Suppose we have been given the equation of a straight line which is, let's say, 2 times x plus 3 times y minus 5 is equal to 0, and we have to find the equation of another straight line which will be parallel to this straight line. Well, then that equation will be 2 times x plus 3 times y plus some variable lambda is equal to 0. That will be the equation of the straight line. Now, if we are also given the information that the new straight line would pass through the point 4, 5, for example, then can we find the equation of the new straight line? Sure. Now that we know that the new straight line also passes through the point 4, 5, then 4, 5 should satisfy the equation of the new straight line. So then here what I am going to do, I am going to use 4 in place of x, so that would be 2 times 4 plus 3 times, I am going to use 5 in place of y, 3 times 5, and plus lambda is equal to 0, and from here we can easily solve for lambda. So here it is 8 plus 15 plus lambda is equal to 0, and from here we can say, well, then definitely lambda is equal to negative 23. And now that we know what is the value of lambda, then from here we can clearly say right here, so from here we can say, well, then the equation of the new straight line would be 2 times x plus 3 times y, and for lambda we need to use negative 23, and that's equal to 0. That's the equation of the new straight line when we have been given the equation of another straight line and we have been given the coordinates of a point which lies on the new straight line. So let me make a summary note here, that if we are given the equation of a straight line which is ax plus by plus c equals 0, then the family of straight lines which are parallel to the given line, their equation would be ax plus by plus lambda is equal to 0. So that is actually the family of straight lines which are parallel to the given line. And depending on some other information which might be provided in the question, we may be able to find the value of lambda, and if we are able to find the value of lambda, then we can come up with the equation of the specific straight line. But if we are not given enough information to be able to find the value of lambda, then we have to come up with this general equation, and this is actually a family of straight lines which are all parallel to the given straight line ax plus by plus c equals 0. I hope everything made sense. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.